Hiya, Patrick. It's Mark from Sky Sports. Can you hear me okay?
Hi, Mark. Yeah. Good.
Great stuff. Patrick, 6 Premier League games into a brand new season. How pleased are you with the way Crystal Palace have performed?
I think if we're talking about the performance, I think it's been quite positive. I think we've seen a really good improvement from the Chelsea game to the last game that we played against Brighton. I think we are in a good process. There's still a lot of things that we still need to improve, because when you look at the number of points that we had and we have, we are not quite really pleased. We wanted more points. So there's still a lot to improve, but the way that the team been working week in and week out, the way that the team been progressing game after game is quite positive. But now I think we have to learn a lot as well about the details on the game, those details who can make us take the 3 points.
When you look at the fans that have been really positive and complimentary, as have the pundits that watch the Premier League, the fact that you've had a transition change from one style of football to your style of football, you must be immensely proud that the players have adopted to your philosophy so quickly.
No, but I think it's all the credit to the players, honestly, because they come in every day with open mind, with accepting a manager with some new ideas of working every day in training. I have a really good group of players who ask a question, who want to improve, who want to learn, and it's a joy really for me to work with those players every day. And I think they are as well in the same page than the fan. They understand that Palace is all about being on the field and working hard. That is the minimum we can do on the field, is showing a lot of passion on everything that we are doing. And I think those group of players understand really well what the fans want and what the fans looking for. And I think so far we've been really good on that aspect of the game.
Up next, Leicester City. Now, Patrick Viera, as a player, never lost to Leicester City. 11 games, 8 wins, 3 draws. As a manager, how do you think the game will unfold over the course of the weekend?
Listen, that's, we will play against a team who obviously going through a difficult period. They lost a little bit of confidence and momentum, I will say it. But that didn't take away the individual quality, the team's quality. And, they've been unlucky on some of the games that they played. It's going to be really challenging because they have some really good players. And again, we will have to be ready. We will have to work hard, really hard, if we want to take something from the game, because the technical level of this team, it's really good. So we have to expect and we have to be ready. We have to prepare ourselves to suffer and to perform well.
Jamie Vardy, clearly a striker with a lot of quality. He's scored 7 goals in his last seven Premier League matches. How do you stop a player that has the ability to come short, to get in behind, take chances?
I think the mistakes that we can make is only to concentrate on one player. I think when you look at the midfielder, they can run with the ball and they can deliver the last pass. I think we have to stop those players to provide balls for Vardy. But Vardy, I believe that he's one of the top strikers in this league. He's been doing it years after years. He can run behind. He can come to link. He can score with the left, right-footed. He can score the header. He's a player who like to run in behind. We know all this strength, but we have to stop Leicester to perform if we want to have a chance.
And finally, from me, Patrick, there were a couple of unsavoury incidents after the Brighton game when the players were going down the tunnel. The club are reviewing things, which is a positive. But for you, when you look at your form at home, where you've been unbeaten and the fans have clearly been a big part of that, was it disappointing to have those moments to mar what was essentially a really great game?
Yeah, I'm quite... I don't want people, and especially you guys, to talk about that kind of incidents. I will prefer you guys to talk about the game on himself. I think it was a really good game of football, and the scenario was crazy, and I will prefer us to talk about that. And I think the statement of the football club was quite really clear. They were looking at what was really going on after that after the game, because I didn't see the incident, so it's difficult for me to make a comment. But I think the club is looking at it quite closely, and then he will make the decision appropriate to that.
Patrick, thanks very much. All the best for the weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you. Then I'll go to Paul Belverstone, PLP. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Patrick, I wonder, have you got any team news for us? Any fresh injuries? Anything of that nature?
No any injuries outside of Nathan and Eze. Everybody trained the last couple of days, and everybody will be fit for selection.
You described the last-minute equaliser by Brighton as being brutal on Monday. I wondered how long that feeling lasted in the squad. Was there any sort of hangover, or did the players manage to sort of shrug it off very quickly?
No, that's still in our mind. It was brutal, and I was really pleased with the reaction of the players after the game. We talk about it. Players get really affected with the way that the game ended it, of course. But we have to use that disappointment to be even more focused from the first to the last minute of the game. And I think those situations will make the team even stronger, because we have to learn from those kind of situations, how to manage the last couple of minutes of the game.
Talking of disappointments, how's Jordan Ayew been the last couple of days?
Jordan was like all the players, obviously, because he knew that he had the chance to score the second goals, but he wasn't more or less disappointed than the rest of the team. I think like all of us, and I suppose the fans and all the people who love Crystal Palace were disappointed with the way that the game ended.
And finally, from me, I know it's very tempting always to hark back many, many years, but I wondered if fixtures against Leicester automatically give you reminders of May 2004 and securing the invincible season.
No, really, I don't really live in the past, I will say it. I don't really come back to this kind of games or history that is something that happened, and I was really pleased. Really, it was a fantastic moment, but I don't really think about it.
Fair enough. Very best of luck at the weekend.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Alex Howell, BBC Sport.
Hi, Patrick. Just one from me. Conor Gallagher's won Player of the Month at the club 2 months in a row. How important is he, and what does he bring to the team?
He's an important player for us because he's bringing his energy in both sides of the game. I think when we're in possession, he's somebody who likes to run in behind. He's always giving an options inside the box, and outside of possession, he's somebody who cover well spaces and defend quite well. Like I said last time, it's a pleasure working with a player like that. He wants to improve. He's always open for a conversation, and we all enjoyed working with him.
Just how important is he in the way you want this team to play in terms of pressing and being on the front foot?
Yeah, it's somebody that I think he's matching well with the fans and the atmosphere in the stadium. He loved defending, going forward, closing people down. This is the kind of energy that he's bringing to the team as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. We go to George Sessions, PA.
Hi, Patrick. Good to hear from you. I wanted to ask you about Brendan Rodgers. I wondered if you sort of had a relationship with him sort of outside of just facing him, obviously, this weekend, and if you'd come across him much during sort of your own transition into coaching.
No. I met him a couple of times when he was in the stadium, really, but I never had a chance to really spend time with him and talk about football.
I guess someone you probably do know a little bit better is Brendan's assistant, Kolo Toure. Looking forward to seeing him tomorrow. And spoke to him much this week, or has it been strictly professional?
No. I'm in contact with Kolo because obviously spent a couple of years together at Arsenal, and we have a really good relationship. He's somebody that I really admire, and he was a top football player, but a really good human being as well. I'm still in touch with him. We spoke a couple of times together. He's been following me through my coaching badges and coaching career, I would say, and I was doing the same with him. We are in touch. We are quite close together. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. Obviously, you've made that step, haven't you, from being a sort of coach at a youth club and going into being a manager. Do you think eventually that's something that he's probably likely to do? That's one of his sort of burning desires, to actually be a manager and step up?
Yeah, I strongly believe that he has the ability, the potential to go into a managing career, I would say. I spoke to him and he's really pleased being with Brendan Rodgers. I think it's difficult to find a better place to learn with the way that he's managing and the way that he wants his team to play. He's really happy over there, and I hope that he will one day have a chance to show what he's capable to do at this level as a manager.
Thanks, Patrick.
Thank you.
Okay, I think that